Welcome back on board, everyone. This is your Captain Firesfoot speaking, and I hope you enjoyed your time at the LNS Nature Reserve. Just remember, leave any cool rocks, ants, other specimens, and fungus where you left them. If you did not leave any fungus where you left them, you are going into the train's fire pit. And let's go ahead and get right back to business. Things being moderately spoopy. Unfortunately, I don't think there's anything I can not hear, no. That's fine. What I'm thinking, however, is that we've finally sped everything here. I have no idea where Lustrum is. That's fine, we're gonna make our way to Albion. First, we're gonna make a quick pit stop over at the giant flower and unspookificate ourselves. Yeah, that's bad. What else do we have in hold? Ah. Honey and a sack of verdant seeds. Oh, what the heck? Supplies are going up. Interesting. So is the terror. It is, in a word, windy. Very windy. I need room to throw that windy fox so I can find it. Nah, I'm not gonna. That's too much effort on my part. Fires mining, which I do not have. That's all the more reason to stop here, though. Ouch. And terror. And then a pleasant picnic. Ooh, I can take in the scent. Onwards. That didn't do anything, but onwards. We just kind of loop around there and get to Port Prosper. More specifically, Albion. Hew, hew, hew. Unfortunately, my giant drill is in another dockyard. Cargo space is honestly more important. Still wondering what that massive windstorm was. Oh, it's still active. Alright, we'll drift right into it. It's peacock winds, though. Need supplies, but let's swing through here. So I'm not the only ones. Oh dear. I take that back. I am the only one here. That's right. Ooh, wrong way. That's fine. Cool down. Seem to cool down a little bit. That's fine. Are you kidding me? That's not the time for terror. One more solid hit should do the trick. I guess now it's one more solid hit. Proceed with bombardment. The crew cheer, your guns blaze, the gas burst into sprays of mints, and as they die, they emit a gloomy whistling noise. It is rhythmic, devotional. Are they praying? The waste waif is watching you. Read the ledger. That's all I was really stopping there for. I didn't get the supplies. Tea. Always have a cup of tea as a captain. Jet set. Ah, a little extra repairs. Stop. We'll prosper here first. Buy 3 for that. I can't tour the factory right now. It's really unfortunate. Well, that happened. I guess it was a reducing terror, though. Okay. Sent ourselves to customs. Oh. I have nothing in here. You unlocked this smuggling relay location 1. You need exactly 1. Interesting. Oh, we'll take second last travel. You deliver the barrels to the relay's hour looms, which clank and grind. They spin a jacket of fresh time in which your locomotive will make its journey. Enclosed in your engine's pocket of hours, it is hard to say how long the passage will take. Unseasoned hours tend to be melancholy and anxious. Your journey is likely to be wearing. The machinery grinds the stairs. Steam vents the sigils of the edifice burn with sullen fire. A force like a great hand seizes your engine. Huh. Your locomotive has a horn. I may toot it. Hang on. How do I toot my train's horn? Let's see, left, right, vertical. Vertical. That's my controller. Backwards. Oh, that's amazing. Did not realize I had a horn I could toot. What is happiness? Amazon Work World. Ah, there's the port. Okay. Ooh, I have a facet. Take a facet. My mirrors up probably would be a bad idea. Time. Someone took your soul. He drew it out of your mouth with a delicate silver fork. And then he immediately gave it back because it was damaged goods. The apple did not fall far from the tree. Guilt or sin, or old ordeal that will not let you rest. Yeah, we're spooked. We're spookily spooked. A ghostly presence. A chill on the window, a breeze when the window is closed, a pressure on the edge of the bed, as if someone was sat there as he slept. No. We are very haunted. Inadvisable, but yes, we are haunted. Rabazon, such efficiency, such moral apathy. My people should be taking notes. That's a little nice. That's a dreadnought. A new port. Very eager to see what it has to offer. It's between. The officials of Brabazon never bothered to formally name this waypoint. Captains stock here to pick up goods or deliver workers. It's not a place to linger because of proximity to the accelerated time of the work world. The incautious diver hunt for the verdant fragment. The more places you search, the easier your search will get. Failing here will not harm your quest. The incautious diver spends hours sniffing at the air in search of familiar spores, but to no avail. We should try somewhere else. They reluctantly decide, shuffling with uncharacteristic glumness back towards the train. Tour. Earth not incorruptible. Starshine does not help them perform their daily toil. You keep others of theirs. You must certainly not be allowed to join a tour in exchange for it. A tour. The overseer requires information. No one can be sentenced to the work order without there first being evidence of crime. Interesting. Conversation? Mild-aged man pushed a hand truck of crates from Brabazon to the docking area. The overseer beside him adds her weight to assist. You hear snatches of conversation. Mother, stop helping. You'll be made to join us. The woman's laugh is high and nervous. That's my own age, and you want me to stay away? She sees you as a sequel. Sorry, Captain. Those goods are allotted to another locomotive. The governor runs Brabazon. In the absence of more direct control from London, he is all-powerful here. Ooh, report. Mind if I yes? So you cannot get a report on Brabazon work order from Little Nice. Well, oh well. That's unfortunate that things have been sanitized here. And on the bench. You can relax here again in 15 days. Okay, I've lost 2 salon suit gossip, but I gained a caddy of dried tea. Worthwhile trade. I'm immensely proud of our workers. Industry's up. Our refining is more efficient than ever. Our weavers are the best in the region. I've even heard that Her Renewed Majesty commented positively on a glass piece made by one of our very own blowers. I'll be able to do the same without them. Right. Czar sells barrels of ours, niceties. Okay. Where are we headed? And I guess we'll try heading for the center. I'd imagine London is there. We are in completely uncharted territory. It's kind of exciting. That is a wall, not a bridge. I can go into this. Man, those are some huge events. All of this to refine hours into usable time to keep the clock running correctly, and apparently to operate some kind of teleportation system. And that is a nice looking rock. No, we cannot stop to get the rock. Nobody has pockets large enough for it. Terror's not climbing here. That's very interesting. Massive industrial complex. And somewhere in here, people definitely live, for better or for worse. Rickety gantries sneak through the smog, a web of iron, grain, pipes and gantries. The vagabond inhales a hearty dose of smog. Good for the lungs. If you insist, vagabond, if you insist. That port looks like it's taken up. Ah, here we go. London. Oh, we have made it to London. St. Dominic Station is thick with crowds. A brass band plays. The cause of excitement is an unfamiliar locomotive in imperial blue. A delicate, gleaming craft whose elongated nose houses an array of lenses. A top-hatted official, Street Public Decency, is delivering a speech. First of a fleet of new monitor-class locomotives. They'll be Her Majesty's watchdogs, scouring the skies for enemies of Albion. Crowd cheers. Well, most of them. And the real voice to the protests. A skeptical academic is curious who these enemies of Albion are. Criminals, unionists, anyone whose opinion differ from those of Her Majesty. A scowling station worker adds his tuppence worth. All of them fancy scopes and timing equipment. For spotting smugglers. The revenue men put a lot of money into this. Another grunts. This isn't the first one either. It's all just for show. The monitors are already out there, watching. One of the more fiery objectors flings a half-brick. It rings on the plating like a bell, scratching fresh blue paint. The constabulary close in. You scatter. Dear God, no. Alright, let's get this over with quick. Somehow she has found her way to the high wilderness. She's trying to get your attention with frantic waving of her horrible hat. I know you've seen me, listen. I'm quite exhausted. My possibilities here. I'm a serviceable quartermaster. I have friends everywhere and my scones are to die for. As that curriculum vitae. Now let me aboard. Is she even your real aunt? Either way, you'll have to deal with her. Fly up, Pete. He demands as much, and she does make fine scones. Not now, Auntie. Broken notice. I do need a. Do I have a quartermaster? Oh no, I don't have a quartermaster. Oh dear God. I mean, you haven't had her scones, so I would understand, but. Alright, this is painful, but we'll get it over with. She smiles with sincere delight. Here, take my bag. Her bag is very heavy. And my hat. Her hat is also very heavy. The crew are alarmed towards her engine. Their alarm only needs to pass comment. After a thorough survey of your locomotive, she graced you a smile. There is work to be done. She has extracted gossip from you before she's ever even boarded. This woman is skilled. You have recruited the inconvenient aunt. Alright, with luck, we may be able to drop her off at the LNS Nature Reserve and never see her again. I am sorry, my tower should be sitting at like 90% after getting her on board. That is the real nightmare. To find the address given in Captain Whitlock's will, you make your way through little used streets in one of London's lower, smoggier levels. A secluded courtyard flanked by the backs of warehouses and factories stands a tall gray house with one door and no windows. When you knock, a blind butler answers. Let's fulfill the last request. The butler is pleased. Ah, our resident has arrived. Please bring him in. Everything's prepared according to Captain Whitlock's instructions. As you maneuver the black box inside, you ask what those instructions are. She's arranged for Master Jacob's convalescence with us. I understand the young gentleman has suffered a prolonged illness which has left him unable to speak and afflicted him with a delicate disposition. His expression is entirely impassive. The affairs of the house have been organized in such a way as to never inconvenience him. He will require no visitors, and since the library has been provided for his edification, privacy is paramount. With the box in place, the butler produces a key from his pocket, but waits for you to leave before using it. Thank you for your assistance, Archivist. If Amelia were still with us, she would thank you. Good day. You leave the house without windows behind. Captain of Whitlock's legacy finally discharged. You no longer possess a large black box. Ah, so that was a person on board. Well, I mean, he's probably a vampire or something. Or snuffer. Candle snuffer. Squid-faced candle muncher. Privacy is privacy. I will accept the fact that all I can do is speculate. During Jubilation Day, London celebrates its conquest of the sun that once ruled Albion. Clergy of the new sequence, backed by exultant choirs, preach from every balcony, exhorting the light and order of the man-made clockwork sun. Banners flutter from the state buildings, hosannas are sung to the Queen, fireworks crack in the sky, dying in brief blazes. Last time you saw Ernest Mariner, you attended festivals together. Soon the clocks will chime 11, the hour you parted. The two of you had walked to the edge of South Isles or escaped from that. They don't taste like they did back when London lay in its gloomy cavern below the earth. Presumably one can't get the lumps. What lump substitutes have been invented? We're gonna get the rubbery lumps. It is best not to speculate upon what hides within their crunchy batter. You've been chewing this one for some time, for example, and the less you know the better. When you were here with the earnest mariner, she bought one bag of lumps for you and two for herself. She considers herself a connoisseur. It's probably some chewy caramel candy but probably tastes like fish instead. Fish. Flames look at the king of ours shins, his gilt peels and black ends. When the fire reaches his waist, in one arm cracks and falls in flagration, crowd cheers. When you were here, the earnest mariner, she seemed distracted. Once you caught her watching you, firelight gold on her face. When you asked what the matter was, she said nothing and turned away. Alright, time to return to the place where we last met. London sprawls across plates of skyrock connected with bridges, funicular stairs, and in less celebrous cases, ladders. Southwark is one of the higher plates. A simple railing discourages you from its edge. The clockwork sun is behind you, dim for the night. Stretching before you are darker skies, studded with far fiercer stars. Below where the lower poor districts are caked in smog, the sounds of Bracca's celebration continues. The clock begins to chime. Your friend is not here. Find a bench and wait. Fireworks flare and whistle. The clock strikes 12 at precisely the same second. The horological office keeps into perfect time. Still, there is no sign of your friend. The clock chimes 1. She is not coming. Find our missing friend. I got the gossip. We'll speak to mutual acquaintances. You focus your efforts on the engine sheds and engine yards. After passing through the avid horizon, many sailors traded a ship for a locomotive and the Z for the sky. No one has seen your friend in some time, and not at all since the fire. Fire? Apparently there was a fire in the building where she rented rooms. No bodies were found, but she hasn't been seen yet. Since you are able to secure the address. The building your friend lived in was a narrow lodging house divided into too many apartments. Now it is a blackened husk, still standing only because it is wedged between houses on either side. The constabulary have boarded it up. A pair of homeless gentlemen occupying the opposite doorway are happy to tell you about it. We saw it. They said it was a gas fire. Burned blue, didn't he, George? R, said George. Blue. You understand that your friend lived in the garret. Prying aside the boards, you enter the fire, stink claws at your throat. Thin stairs, warped and blackened, lead upwards. But when you set foot on the first step, it collapses. You are forced to inch up, testing each one as you go. The roof has collapsed, exposing the garret to the air. Black beams, jet-like ribs from a slew of tumbled tiles. You unearth a few pages from the rubble. None are untouched by the fire, and many blotted by rain, but you manage to pick out a handful of mnemonic phrases, constellations and conjunctions. Xanthium, Amaranthine, Nepthine, Liberation. Meg, the fire that follows, the courtesy's blood how. King of Hours, Green Regent, consult the rolls of ash. This later one has bedeviled Dedak's name written at the top. If Meg is Spatchcocker Meg, that's two of your acquaintances for the promise of days named in these papers. Is this the important work they're helping the earnest mariner with? It's time they talked to you. Connect the generous princess with your cryptic benefactor. Interesting. Maybe another time. Let's explore London. Here will not harm your quest. Oh, success on a 30%. That's impressive. The driver sniffs at the air for any hint of loose verdant spores dragged in by passing travelers. I can taste something. Fear, not death. But the loss of something important. The fragment doesn't want to return. It doesn't want to give up what it's become. You close her eyes, focusing. I can taste its design as well. Its host knew of a place called Coast dropped deep in the desolate corner of the sky. They meant to hide there. The deep would be hard to find. When we're close, we'll need to use our scout. The deep lies south-southeast of London. So, not quite there, but probably in that direction. Let's just wander the streets for now. Because I'm not losing my first officer right at this moment. Huh. Spitfield Market. Go ahead and be rid of these for now. Enhanced. Blue quality items. Not getting any of those anytime soon. What's the difference between fitted cupboards? 7 hold. It's a little bit cheaper. Ratty baggage handlers. Oh, literally ratty. The rats. I can appreciate it. Full steam speed. Interesting. Oh, some different style ships. But I lose quite a lot. But this does appear to just be an attack ship, not really what I want. Still want to get the trade vessel here. The mining vessel in the reach can be found lumbering through rock fields, stuffing its hold with unrefined hours. Can't quite afford it yet. Let's see here. An exuberant architect, Wilbury Juxtamar, intends to construct a glass hall to house public exhibitions across heavens. It requires 5 paints of stained glass. Wilbury Juxtamar lays north-northwest of London. Sure, we'll take it. Vasco purchases a clockwork sun and the mausoleum, and often salvaged from deranged dreadnoughts. Rumors of an underground railway. I have neither. Quarry's tobacco shop. Inspect the wares. Tobacco bad prices. Selection is unimpressive, as is the quality. Neither Albion nor the Reach has found a genuinely good replacement for tobacco. The increasing frantic smokes have tried lighting up virtually every example of sky floor that has been discovered. These skyfarers know that, examining lower grade flavors and speculating on what exactly my quarry is cutting them with today. More expensive brands are untouched in their glass cases. You wonder how this place managed to stay open. In fact, it is so obviously on the brink of closure and probably collapse. That quarry. Did I just? Yeah, I just inspect the wares. Locomotive is in good condition. Right, well, let's go ahead and send out the bat. Now let's get to exploring. I've been given too much power. I have a horn. Locomotive scurry below. London never sleeps. And the construction that went into this place. Hodgepodge and slapstick at best. Yeah, I do mean as in the comedy. Vinegar Lumber Co. Workers give you unsympathetic scares. We're trying to work. It ain't safe for tourists. anything. Oh, there's terror. I was wondering when that would start to go up. I'm gonna go ahead and actually head north. Continue with my ambition in a moment. There's so much to do, so much to explore. So much to acknowledge. Let's not look the corner of somebody's house. Jets up. Yoink. Oh, nice supplies. Send the bat out again. Scout returns from the wide sky. It has nothing to report. And I bet it's smug about that fact, too. That chime sounded tortured. Like that bell was forced to ring when it did not want to. And I hope that makes some semblance of sense. Reluctantly, Bat confesses to having found something. I guess we'll go check it out. Ooh, that's a big crack. Actually, it's a rupture, not a crack. What? Who am I kidding? Chugga. I've been given far too much power here. Ooh, more jet sound. Talk about a pigeon. Can I talk there? Ow! That is Star Explorer. And I hate to be the people on these docks watching this go down. Let's just go ahead and fix the hull. Goodness gracious. Madness is even here. Madness. Where did the 24th go? I've lost the 24th. It was the 23rd. I thought the Star Explorer, then it's the 25th. And that's the 26th proper. There's that strangled bell again. I could have saved things, but I don't know what I need to unlock that. I'm close to it. What have we here? Thing I can actually interact with. These buildings state the foundations of Albion, now their home will be the shadows and wind. I can't explore it. a shame. But, I mean, looks like we have something over here that I won't smith. True fear. Oh, it was this thing. Never mind. That's a cracked pipe. That could be steam, that could be hours. Truly, we might never fully know. That is relieved, it found nothing. Well. Actually, I'm kind of surprised, but I thought we'd come across a port by now. That looks angry. Smith's cut. 69 experience gained. Very nice. Very nice indeed. That looks incredibly jagged and angry. It's like a giant bucket wheel excavator but sideways. This begins to gather like fairy floss. A distant sparkle of gas lamps glow through them. Just gas lamps. Right, proper campfires going on here. Rabbits run. Scout relays its findings. Excellent. This is a dangerous place to navigate. I joked that the reach was foggy, but man. St. Agatha's light, or St. Anthony's lighthouse. I don't know where I got Agatha from. If I had a caddy dried tea, I'd do that. The climb is harrowing, the iron stairs are rickety and unsteady, bolted to the lighthouse inner wall. You emerge at the top of the lighthouse. Mists fall away altogether. You can see lights of Woolbury, dappled and jolly with festive lights. Engines pass in distance, intent on some destination far from here. You linger for a time, watching the world go by without you. That's gotta be a view. If you ever get the opportunity, I absolutely recommend climbing to the top of a lighthouse and just looking out. Either across the beach or across the ocean. It's just a beautiful view regardless. Cautious driver smiles. I came here once, convalescence didn't work, but I like the apples. Ah, the port. confused. Mulberry Juxtamar. Now where's the port at? The port's probably on the other side of this. This muffle all sound is so your engine is wrapped in cotton wool. And I was complaining about the reach being foggy though. Wow, this place is something else. I suddenly realized I probably could have driven over that. Here's the dock captain. A signaler declares the crew are relieved at the thought of solid land. Oh, you and me both. Welcome to Mulberry Juxtamare. Mulberry Juxtamare dazzles like a Fabergé egg, lamplit, rich brass, written in Baroque. Mulberry Juxtamare dazzles like a Fabergé egg, lamplit, rich brass, Baroque. In the distance, carnival music mixes with faint cheering. The queue twists and snarls along the dock. Visitors are not allowed to just stroll into the port. They must be admitted. Every fortnight, the Bureau of Entertainment holds a lottery to give out a number of poppers passes which grant free admittance. The queue for these is long, but it's not the only way to get to the port. Bypass the queue with the assistance of the authorities. Interesting. A fox-jawed man, smartly dressed in cobalt, takes notice of you. He crooks a finger. First time visiting Mulberry Juxtamare, eh? Come on, come over then. The representative of the Bureau of Entertainments introduces himself. We are a department of the Ministry of Public Decency, but we're entirely autonomous. We run this port for the benefit of weary travelers. We lead you past a queue that doesn't even bother to grumble. Yes, I know, queue jumping is terribly uncouth. But would you really rather be mingling with literate when you could be enjoying our port? And I'm sure once you've seen what we have to offer, you'll need to come back again. It leads you to a fitting station. Everyone goes through this. There's the dress code. The Bureau of Entertainments wishes to encourage industrious captains to patronize the port. To this end, on a captain's first visit, they are allowed in both without charge and without having to queue. The courtier is exquisitely attired. Burgundy tailcoat, cravat, brocaded vest in iron and ink, breeches, boots, and a smile like a shark. Periodically he checks brass pocket watch, while his grin lengthens and diminishes in turns. He's here to supervise the attire of new visitors to port. In Mulberry, everyone dresses up in the heady styles of 50 years ago. The Bureau of Entertainments provides suitable attire products. Mulberry Juxtamare! What articles of clothing are you going to base your choices of outfits around? Choice of outfit has no impact on the port. It is merely an output of your whimsy. Oh man, so many choices. Hat. The courtier summons a pair of children, their stained glass eyes, a palette of emerald golds. They'll help you with anything you need, archivist. No favors too big, too terrible. And that's so that you don't request a bladder as a hat, however. I hate training new help. Assistants are as attentive as they are silent. Reverently, they offer possibilities in flattering headgear, fascinators, bowler hats, top hats, even veils filigree with milky blue seed pearls, and roses thread of broken hearts. When you finally dismiss them, the courtier considers you for a long moment. He turns to a wardrobe and hands you several garments, all your size. Once you are dressed, he dismisses you, shooing you to Mulberry Juxtamare. Okay. So I have 5 things I can do while I'm here. Alright. First, we'll start with a report. An auditor or a stalwart bookkeeper at London to earn rewards. Okay. So that's reports here are written. Or I should say delivered. I guess we'll explore the tiny lane bedecked with shops. The house of Hugh might be a jewelry store, or it may instead be where one purchases men named Hugh. It is hard to say. Inside it is quiet as a museum, and there are gorgeous men relaxing in roped-off areas drenched in jewelry. It is not worth risking the scandal, you gab with a pink-cheeked mother instead. The longer you spend in Woolbury Juxtamar, the easier it is to spot the flaws in the facade. There, another detail not quite right. Still, it doesn't answer the question, are we buying jewelry or men named Hugh? I mean, I'd be fine with buying both, quite personally. The lanes do not appear as advertised, but of all their sin, that one is at the least phantasmagoric. This enables you to investigate the weirdness of Woolbury Juxtamar and offers a potential rewarding opportunity. Give it a shot. Success! Glad I leveled up my veils. Or my mirrors. It is most likely the smiles, maybe carnivore expressions, here being gleamy, faultless mirrors with the courtier's dazzling grin, or maybe it is the second-rate souvenirs cobbled of haberdashery and children's nightmares. The arsenic aftertaste of the candy floss, the wine and wild quality of the local perfumes could be anything. Just your insecurity, the error of your existence. Whatever the case, the lanes continue their watch, politely of course, as you become familiar with the oddities of Woolbury. More of the portal available with you. In a place so bright and joy-filled, it's easy to be distracted. Whatever it was you'd noticed about Woolbury Juxtamar, it's gone now. Interesting. Your clothes are soft and comfortable, as if many years worn. The trip to Woolbury is complete without a donkey ride. A man in a candy-striped suit bellows, while his donkey drools a string of iridescent. Sure. Why not? We'll ride the donkey for 3 sovereigns. What an unpleasant ride, no matter how many sugar cubes you sacrifice to its appetites, your donkey insists on remaining truculent, I think. You can't even make faces at it while it's not looking, not with its watchful halo of glittering insect eyes. You stumble from your donkey weak at the knees, its voice still razoring against the inside of your skull. Your clothes are thinning and tattered. They will not remain suitable attire much longer. Interesting. Back at the beach. The beach? This is the beach. Of course it is a beach. What else could it be? It is a stretch of pale particulates and rolling mists. The air smells of salt and things that mummified in the sun, of cinnamon and licorice. It is pebbles and grains of blue glass, tendrils of something curious and organic, worm-like growths tufting through the sediment. This is exactly what beaches are. And this place is cursed. Your clothes are threadbare, you are scruffy, you are briefly without terror. This section of the beach is unusually pallid as you crunch along the sand. You discover this because it is comprised of ground-up bones, all from birds and mice as far as you can tell. which totter around the support, sneering, their eyes an affection, a mimicry of the myth changed on to long-term port workers. If you convince them you're their peer, they'll help you put lies away. Sure. A giggling crash of aristocrats stand waiting by the water. Their stained glass eyes incandescent sea glass, they say when you ask. Hand gathered in the mists, hand inserted by specialists. Your gossip makes them shriek with laughter. When they've finished relishing another's misfortune, they take you by the arms and legs. One with more delicacy than you'd expect peels your eyelids apart. Someone gently whispers, "This will only hurt a little. It's a lie." When the tears finally stop flowing, you can see more clearly. Of course, naive attempts to be anything but what it is. Huh. Ruminate on the nature of donkeys. They are very earthy animals, but where has their ordeal gone? The extraneous entrails they've shed, the vomit. None of it is ever anywhere to be found. For all the sound that the donkeys make, for all the viscera they disgorge, all the creatures they disembowel, they seem to be remarkably sanitary creatures. No trace of their refuse is to be seen anywhere. The beach remains spotless. But there, look, a donkey's vomiting ropes of grey intestine onto the sands. Surely now, bile and blood will reveal themselves, except they don't. The air flickers, and once again, everything is hygienic. Again, this place is cursed. It is time to be elsewhere indeed. I've got an otherworldly artifact. I have a barrel of unseasoned hours. I'm not sure where I got that from. Leave swiftly. Cold visions down your spine, dragging your attention southwards. Oh dear, your clothes are in tatters. Your beautiful garments are nothing but rags now. Well-dressed onlookers gawk and giggle, whisper and point. You look bedraggled, shabby, and worst of all, unfashionable. Right. Ah, this is where I get caged to catch us. Oh good, they sell supplies. I'm gonna buy a few of these just to see if they sell for anything back at London. But until then, I'd say this is your captain speaking and enjoy your stay at port, but I don't blame you if you instead choose to stay locked up in your quarters, rifles at the ready. That's what I'll be doing if you need me until we are ready to depart next time. Well, I hope you had a good time here as much as I did in the space train. As always, I hope you have a good day or good night wherever you may be. If you like my content, hit the like button. If you dislike my content, hit the dislike button. Both those help me out a lot. And if you want to catch my next recording or catch the next time I'm going live, feel free to hit that subscribe button. And if you have any errant thoughts at all, feel free to leave those down below in the comments. And until next time, ta-ta for now. Y'all have a good one.